Hey, what is going on, guys, and welcome to the video. Now, today's vehicle is a really dirty 2012 Dodge Journey that the owner told me hasn't been cleaned once since he bought it. So let's have a closer look to see what we're dealing with today. Now, taking a look at the exterior, and it's clear this vehicle has been on quite the journey, as there's a ton of caked on dirt all over, especially the backside where all the fingerprints tell a bit of a story of neglect. Moving inside now, and I'm not sure how it happens, but there's a bunch of sand up on the dash. The carpets are pretty full of debris and some old food, and while it doesn't look horrific overall, pretty well every inch in here needs some attention. But just before I breathe new life into this journey, take a second and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I post a new video like this every week, and if you've got the bell on, you'll get notified the moment they go live. Okay guys, well, despite what it looks like right now, there's no question it's going to look brand new when I'm done. So as always, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, well, getting started on the pre-wash rinse, and as you can see here, there wasn't too much for dirt on the passenger side of the vehicle, surprisingly. Although you can't see it now, but there's some pretty significant swirling and scratches in the paint that I'll be tackling later in the video. So for those of you who have been itching to see some paint correction on the channel, well, be sure to stick around until the end of the video to catch that. Working my way around the vehicle, and I wanted to just quickly remind you guys that episode 8 of the Studio Build series is live over on the second channel, the Detail Geek 2. The shop floor gets coated the same as the studio side, a whole bunch of change happens on the exterior, and I even tackle a bit of a painting project. So if you want an in-depth look at the construction process of the studio, be sure to check the new video out, and I've also got all the episodes queued up in a playlist over there too. Now, using some of my wheel and tire cleaner, which is an all-in-one product for the entire wheel, I'm spraying some on and then agitating with a variety of brushes to loosen up the tire blooming, dirt, and brake dust from the wheels. But the nice thing about this product is that it can be diluted up to 2:1 for situations where your wheels aren't super dirty and you want to make it last a little bit longer, so feel free to give it a look. It's available on my website at detailgeekautocare.com. Alright, well, starting on the interior now, and the first step in that process is to get the floor mats cleaned. So with the carpet mats removed from the vehicle, I'll start by spraying on some of my carpet solution, and after letting that sit for a minute or two to help loosen up the dirt, I'll agitate with my medium green drill brush and then just blast them clean. And while these mats didn't look terribly dirty, when you see what came out of them, it's pretty surprising. Okay, starting in the rear footwells now, and it's time for this week's members question, which comes from Bailey, and it's, where is Mike? Haven't seen him for a few weeks. So as you know, Mike comes out to give me a hand with detailing every now and then, but he's been surprisingly absent for a while now, and I guess that's because of the abandoned Cadillac Escalade video. He told me the other day that he's pretty upset I told everyone about his hair loss, so he said he's, quote, waiting for things to blow over. I don't know, I've been okay without him, but if you guys are missing him, I'm sure he'd love to see some comments on the video, or if you hit the thumbs up button, he sure loves that too. Moving up to the driver's footwell, and you guys might have been able to tell, but the carpet in here is a solid mid-grade for quality, which, as you probably know, is a rare find in a vehicle these days, so I'm definitely enjoying it, as vacuuming is much easier and it isn't nearly as much of a struggle to get the debris sucked out of here. Starting on the carpets now, and although they didn't look all that visually dirty, I've detailed enough vehicles with black carpet to know there's likely quite a bit of dirt hiding in them, but I did just want to mention that I, for one, am growing very tired of all black interiors. It's what I see in 80 to 90% of the vehicles I do, and it's just incredibly boring as they all end up looking the same. I loved when most manufacturers would actually offer a few different interior color choices, but nowadays you can usually only find that on luxury vehicles, which is really sad to see. Here's all the dirty water pulled from the Journey today. That's surprisingly gross. Alright, well, working my way around the interior with the steamer, and for the areas that have some caked on dirt or grime on them, like the driver's door here, I'll first spray on some of my all-purpose cleaner diluted 10:1 and then blast it with the steamer. And for those of you who question how safe it is to use steam around speakers or electrical components like window switches, well, I can say from years and years of experience that as long as you use short blasts of steam and hit them at the proper angle, and of course dry them right away, you shouldn't have any sort of issues with those areas. Okay, moving back inside now, and it's time to tackle the leather seats with my leather brush and Detail Geek leather cleaner, which will be coming out soon. Though if you're looking for more info on the new products, be sure to follow Detail Geek Auto Care on Instagram. But anyways, I'm using the brush today instead of the steamer as the seats are only mildly dirty, though I'm still making sure to really get into the seams as that's always where the dirt collects on leather seats. Okay, with all the leather cleaned, it's time to apply some conditioner, and this is again a new product I've been working on for a while, and I know you guys will love it as it's infused with a special ingredient to nourish and enrich the leather and just leaves the seats looking incredible. Alright, well, like I mentioned earlier in the video, there are a couple spots on the vehicle that had some pretty severe swirling and scratches the owner wanted taken care of, but before I can get to correcting those, I need to decontaminate the paint, and that starts with using some quick detailer as lubricant and detailing clay to remove the surface bonded contaminants so that I don't end up rubbing those all over the paint with the polisher, and I have to say I was pretty surprised by what the clay picked up. Alright, well, with the paint clean, I'll give you a look at what we're dealing with here, and that's basically just a whole bunch of swirls. So after doing a test spot to determine the optimal product and pad combo, I'll get some of my special Detail Geek compound and get to work here, starting by spreading out the product evenly over the roughly 2x2 section, and then completing about 4 to 6 alternating and overlapping passes, and once that's complete, I'll use my swirl finder light to inspect the results. Okay, after a quick inspection, I'm going to follow up with some of my DG secret stuff, which you guys have seen in an earlier video, and as this is a finishing polish, it's much lower on the cut scale, but is going to remove any remaining light scratches or swirls or imperfections left from the compound, leaving behind a perfect surface that's ready for a last step product. And after a few minutes spent on this section, you can see that the corrected side is looking absolutely perfect. Okay, it's time to finish off the paint, and to leave it super slick and glossy, I'm using some of my super secret spray that Mike is not allowed to touch, and as you can see, it's extremely easy to apply. Simply spray into a microfiber towel, apply to a section, and then remove with a separate towel, leaving behind a hydrophobic and glossy layer of protection. All right guys, well 10 hours later and the journey is looking truly spectacular. That red paint is looking so good now. If you guys enjoyed this transformation, make sure you smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on a future video. Enjoy the guitar outro, and I'll see you guys in the next one.